back here through Carpenter, and Umberger going to make contact. Caution flag going to come out.
First sport mod out on the racetrack, and that 21K out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky, that's going to be Cody Berkeley. Behind him in the K4 out of Walton, Kentucky, that's going to be Chris Kreutzkamp. In the 88S right here on the front stretch out of Manchester, Ohio, that's going to be Tyler Scott. In that number 35. Fast time so far in the number 23. Mal, check that. It's going to be the K4 of Chris Kreutzkamp. The 19.029 so far in this first group of hot lap time trials. Cody Berkeley runs second. Corbin Dalton is third. First group over with. Fast time so far in your G&G Express Sports Mods is going to be the K4 of Chris Kreutzkamp with a 18.837, 18.837. 21K of Cody Berkeley runs second with a 19.063. Third fast so far, the number 23 is going to be Corbin Dalton with a 19.366. Fourth fast in the 88S is going to be Tyler Scott with a 19.437. And fifth fast in the 53, Todd Bailey with a 19.628. Second group rolling out. First one out there. That black and white with the yellow number. I believe that's number 78. It's going to be Ryan Morton out of Mason, Ohio. Then behind him in the number 27, it's going to be Alex Razor out of Covington, Kentucky. Then in the number 4 out of Union, Kentucky, not far travel at all, right here at home, is going to be Carson Freeman. Driving the number 60B out of Burlington, Kentucky, is going to be Jeremy Bowens. Behind him, that old school looking number 17 out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky, that is going to be Billy Gibson. Looks like we're going to go to green with the 4 coming out of turn number 4. Group number 2 underway. New fast time so far. And the number 4, Carson Freeman, sets fast time right now. White flag out one more time around for this group of your hot lap time trials with the G&G Express Sport Mods. Right as the checkered flag flew, 78 Ryan Morton turns it around up there in 1 and 2. Session was coming to an end, but we do have a new fast time in the 4, Carson Freeman, with an 18.740. 18740. Beats former fast time of Chris Kreutzkamp at .097. Only difference between the two. Stephen Holt in the 4H comes in third fast with an 18.994. And then Ryan Morton there in the 78 was fourth fast with a 19.007. Next group rolling out in the number 99. It's going to be Corey Jackson out of Milford, Ohio. Then driving the number 19, it's going to be Andrew Corbin out of Independence, Kentucky. And then in the X, that is Eric Shepard Jr. out of Owensville, Ohio. Number 71 out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky, that's going to be Chevy Gibson. Driving the number 88 out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky also, that is Vic Rouse. And in the number 22, that's going to be Connor Carroll out of Middletown, Ohio. Like I said, they're trying to beat the number 4 Carson Freeman with an 18.740. Getting them wound up right now. Here we go. Group number 3 underway. White flag in the air. Carson Freeman so far holding on to fast time top 5. Unchanged so far. Top 2 times stay the same. 4 Carson Freeman holds on to fast time. Then the K4 of Chris Kreutzkamp runs second. But new third fast time, that X, Eric Shepard Jr. moves into third fast with an 18.932, 18.932. Stephen Holt in the 4H drops down to fourth fast. And now your fifth fast time in the 78 of Ryan Morton. Next group rolling out. And that number 33 out of Cincinnati, Ohio, that's going to be Jerry Ulm Jr. Behind him in the J29. In the 329, I thought it was a J. I apologize. Out of Florence, Kentucky, it's going to be DJ Dalton. And the number 8 out of Florence, Kentucky, that is Kurt Addison. There on the back stretch. Also out there in that number 55 junior, that's going to be Matthew Watson Jr. out of Batavia, Ohio. White flag out for this hot lap time trial session. One more time around to decide fast time for this evening's activities. All right, race fans, that's going to do it for your G&G Express Sport Mod Hot Lap Time Trials. Fifth fast in the 4H. It's going to be Stephen Holt. Fourth fast in the X is going to be Eric Shepard Jr. New third fast time with the 233B of Deegan Bloomfield. And then second fast stays the K4 of Chris Kreutzkamp. And then fast time in the number 4, it's going to be Carson Freeman with an 18.740, 740 fast time this evening for your G&G Express Sports Mods. Rolling out next is going to be your Everstrong Roofing Crown Vicks. Rolling out their number 15. Last week's feature winner out of Charlestown, Indiana, that is going to be Michael Cranmer. And the number 21 behind him, that is going to be Dakota Soul. Then in number 14, Michael Cranmer's son, Brandon. In that white number 14. And that number 60, that's going to be Nick Steck out of Crittenden, Kentucky. Yeah. Green flag out on this first session for hot lap time trials. Well, I thought we were going green. And the number 86 out there, it's going to be Jeffrey Roberts. Also out there in that 50S, that's going to be Stephen Hoffman out of Owenton, Kentucky. Brandon Cramner in the 14 jumps up to fast time so far in that 22.291. Right now, that is fast time. That's going to do it for the first session. Fast time is the 14 of Brandon Cranmer with a 22.291. Second fast in the 50S, it is going to be Stephen Hoffman with a 22.591. Third fast, the 86 of Jeffrey Roberts, 22.606. And then fifth fast, last week's feature winner in the 15, Michael Cranmer with a 22.669. Second and final group rolling out. In this group, we're going to have the 43 out of Crescent Springs, Kentucky. It's going to be Mitchell Steck. The 46K from Dry Ridge, Kentucky, that is going to be Caitlin Bray. And the 83R of Bentley Ritchie, also out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky. Driving the 46B out of Dry Ridge is going to be Rick Bray Jr. And also out there, it's going to be the 18 of Zane Shelton out of Russellville, Ohio, and the 46 of Jonathan Hines, the fourth out of Georgetown, Kentucky. I'll tell you what, Hines stands out. It looks like Coldrick will roll down the backstretch here at Florence Speedway in that green and black 46. All right, checkered flag out. Brandon Cramner in the 14 hangs on to fast time in your Everstrong Roofing Crown Vics this evening. Second fast is going to be the 18 of Zane Shelton. Third fast, the 50S of Stephen Hoffman. Fourth fast, the 86 of Jeffrey Roberts. And fifth fast, the 15M of Michael Cranmer. All right, race fans, coming up next is going to be your Ohio Valley Legend cars this evening. First one's out there in the M80. That's going to be Levi Morris. The 55D of Dustin Enderle. 55 of Enderley, Dustin Enderley. The 55 of Christopher Carter. The 56 of Rob Stewart. 55K of Caleb Winks. And the 11 of Doug Fowley. Also the 27 of Joe Warning and the 55C of Colton Brock. And in the Ohio car, that is going to be Christopher Parker. One spun over there in turn 2. Looks like it's going to be the 4A of Greg Arthur. Greg Arthur out of Winchester, Ohio. Spun around over there in turn 2. Got it corrected and moving on. Green flag back out for this hot lap time trial. Checkered flag out. Fast time right now in group number 1 of your Ohio Valley Legend car is going to be the 1 Oz of Glenn Mitchell. Last week's feature winner, Glenn Mitchell, right now fast time with a 19.991. 19.991 for the Aussie, Glenn Mitchell. All right, next car out there in the number 56. That is going to be Rob Stewart out of Sanders, Kentucky. The number 11, Doug Fowley out of Lynchburg, Ohio. And the number 27, that's going to be Joe Warning out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. 55C, that's going to be Colton Brock out of Williamsburg, Ohio. And right behind him in the number 16, that is going to be Jason Wiederbaum. So Jason Wiederburn there in the 16W out of Jamestown, Ohio. And also out there is the Ohio car, the big 1 of Christopher Parker. All of them trying to beat the The 1 Oz of Glenn Mitchell. Mitchell right now the only car to get under 20 seconds. Colton Brock jumps into a second place on fast time with a 20.207, 207 for the 55C of Colton Brock. Next group rolling out. Looks like it's going to be the number 92 of Kevin Parker out of Georgetown, Ohio. Actually, out there in the number 21, that's going to be Steve Parton. He comes to us out of Pebbles, Ohio. And the number 24B of Jason Bloom out of Beaver Creek, Ohio. Then the 55R of Robert Winks out of Somerset, Kentucky. And the number 72 of Parker Carter out of Crestwood, Kentucky. In the 08, that's going to be Quentin Adams out of Washington Courthouse, Ohio. And the number 24 of Ryan Nye out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Also out there is a 19. He's out once before, but did not get a qualifying lap. Eli Guidell out of Centerville, Ohio. So Guidell trying to get a lap this time. Whoa, contact made over there in turn 2. Unable to get you the number of the black car that spun first. I believe the session is over, so fast time goes to the 1 Oz of Glenn Mitchell with a 19.991. Only Ohio Valley Legend car that broke 20 seconds this evening. Good job to Glenn Mitchell. Second place is the 21 of Stephen Parton. Third fast, the 55C of Colton Brock. Fourth fast, the 55D of Dustin Enderley. And fifth fast, the 520 of Ryan Swisshelm.